Hello, welcome to the vlog. This is going to be a weekly vlog, so kind of what I'm reading and maybe like some writing sessions. We'll see. This is just hair dye, so don't mind that. It was time to do the roots again. So I'm going to update you on what I've just read, what I'm currently reading, and a book I'm about to start. So this is one I've just finished. Check out 19 by Louise-Bennet. This was really good. It's very like stream of consciousness style, very much focused on like the language and the words and less about story and plot. I'm still not sure what to think about this. I'm still gathering my thoughts, I suppose. At first, I was like, thank God this is over. I don't ever want to read anything like this again. And now I really want to pick up her other books. So, yeah, I think it just needed some time to like marinate. Something I'm currently reading is Mary Oliver's Blue Horses. I just finished her other poetry book, Dog Songs, and just fell in love with it. And I'm enjoying this one as well, though not as much as Dog Songs. So I'm just a few poems in, and I'll continue this one during the vlog. And then this one I've literally just started. I'm just a couple of pages in. It's Translating Myself and Others by, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Jhumpa Lahiri. So I love any books about language and translating and linguistics, and she writes about her experience as a writer and translator. I'll just read you this. She reflects on her emerging identity as a translator as well as a writer in two languages. With subtlety and emotional immediacy, Lahiri draws on Ovid's myth of Echo and Narcissus to explore the distinction between writing and translating, and provides a close reading of passages from Aristotle's Poetics to talk more broadly about writing, desire, and freedom. She traces the theme of translation in Antonio Gramsci's Prison Notebooks and takes up the question of Italo Calvino's popularity as a translated author. Lahiri considers the unique challenge of translating her own work from Italian to English, the question why Italian, and the singular pleasures of translating contemporary and ancient writers. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. Obviously, this is a nonfiction, so we've got a poetry, a nonfiction, and then the one I'm about to start is a fiction. Let me just grab that. It is the third book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, so Ruin and Rising. I'll be starting this one probably tonight. So I sped through, when I say speed, I zoomed through the second one, Siege and Storm, and I'm really looking forward to this one because Siege and Storm left me on like a major cliffhanger. Alright, so no more procrastinating. I'm gonna get right into this cleaning. And also, I have a new mic coming, I think tomorrow. So I'm going to compare and contrast and see if it actually makes a difference with the sound so halfway through the vlog, you'll catch me with a different mic, and we'll see if there's any difference in the sound. Anyway, let's go. Also, while I'm cleaning up, I'm just watching this YouTube video, Alyssa Matisik. She does like writing and publishing videos, and they're super helpful and full of useful information. And if you're into publishing at all, I think she used to like work at a publishing house. It is a bit later, and I'm just about to do a little writing session. I think I'll do like a 50-minute Pomodoro session, and we'll see how I feel after that. I kind of want to just get straight into my book after that, I think, depending on how the writing goes. Also, the dye job turned out pretty good, I think, considering that the package I used was previously opened. I had used it like 6 weeks ago or however long ago it was, and I just didn't want to waste it, so I thought I would save it and use it again, and it worked pretty well. Anyways, we are going to get right into the writing. Alright, we finished the writing session. It went okay, medium. I think I'm gonna go to the library to work tomorrow, so I will take you with me there. But right now I'm just gonna go on. As I was saying, I'm going to go for a short walk just to get out of my head, clear the cobwebs a little bit, and then we're gonna do some reading. Also, I'm listening to an audiobook called Clam. It's by, I'll put it here, like Chen, something along those lines. It's pretty good. It's a memoir. Morning. Almost afternoon. I just wanted to give you a little reading update. I hope you can hear me okay. But I'm in my car, and before the reading update, check it out. This is a malasada. I just got vanilla bean. I wanted to get orange caramel, but they were all out, and we're starting some new flavors tomorrow. Anyway, check out this beauty. It's still warm too. So reading update. I am 150 pages through Siege, Rise and Ruin by Leigh Bardugo, and then I am a chapter into the Translating Myself and Others, and I didn't read any more of the poetry. I have it in my pocket, actually. I'm about to read a few poems before I start writing. I just feel like it's a really good, like, way to get your brain going, and like a little cleanser between books. So I'm going to eat this. I'm going to destroy this and drink some water because I'm very dehydrated. I haven't drank any water today. If you haven't drank, oh, it tastes like soap. Fantastic. Ooh. If you haven't drank your water yet today, go drink your water, but don't drink soapy water because that's disgusting. And then I'm going to go over to this cafe to write, so maybe I'll show you a little bit of that. Let me just... Hi, we are back, and I'm here to give you a reading update of the 3 books I've been reading this past week. It's been a couple days. It's been a couple days since I've done an update, so I have finished one of these since then, and that is the poetry book Blue Horses by Mary Oliver. I am just falling in love with Mary Oliver and all of her work. I just finished Dog Songs on audiobook, and then this one I just finished this morning and has been absolutely beautiful. Let me just read you a little poem. It is Valentine's Day today, so I will do a sort of love-themed one. Little crazy love song. I don't want eventual, I want soon. It's 5 a.m., it's noon. It's dusk falling to dark. I listen to music, I eat up a few wild poems. While time creeps along as though it's got all day, this is what I have. The dull hangover of waiting, the blush of my heart on the damp grass, the flower-faced moon. A gull broods on the shore where a moment ago there were 2. Softly my right hand fondles my left hand as though it were you. Yes. She has a lot of themes in here on nature and just sort of like the everyday moments in life. Nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy, but everything has leaves you with this little thought to meditate upon, which is exactly what I want from a poem. And then next, Translating Myself and Others. This is the nonfiction that I'm reading, and it is in essay form, and she talks about her work as a translator and starts by kind of just talking about the Italian language and how she always has to explain herself, especially to Italians, because they're like, why are you messing with our language when it's not your native language? So she kind of discusses how people feel that they have an ownership on their language, and just how the different complexities of that. And then she goes and talks into more detail about each one of the novels that she's translated, and she talks about the authors and her kind of the challenges she faced when she would come across words or phrases where there wasn't an exact translation, and she had to dive deeper into the origins and the histories of those words to find the most accurate meanings. And there's just also some really lovely thoughts in here about the creative life and about writing. Let me see if I can find... Writing is a way to salvage life, to give it form and meaning. It exposes what we have hidden, unearths what we have neglected, misremembered, denied. It is a method of capturing, of pinning down, but it is also a form of truth, of liberation. Lovely. Also, you can probably hear my dog snoring in the background. He's very, very comfortable. So yeah, I'm on the 4th essay or chapter 4 of this. If you at all like language and words and talking about creativity and what it's like to be an artist and work with novels and books and translating, then this is very, very well written, and it starts off a little slow, but then once you kind of get accustomed to the writing, I think it's really easy to sink your teeth into. And then we have the fiction, Ruin and Rising. This has been a lot of fun, very adventurous, just like her other ones. I do feel like it dragged a little bit in the middle. I'm now on kind of the last third. I'm on page 319, and I think there's 418 pages. Sometimes I run out of breath when I'm talking. So Alina, the main character, definitely has the stereotype of that frail and insufferable sort of main character. where she like obviously is like training and has to be strong and is this sort of heroine figure, but at the same time like there's so much discussion of like how frail she is and how weak she is, and like even though she's doing all of this stuff and basically fighting in a war, like she can just barely eat, and like yeah, it's interesting, that sort of stereotype. And I wonder, is there a fantasy book out there that challenges the stereotype? Like, give me like a buff female protagonist who scarfs down bagels and donuts for breakfast every day so that she can train hard. Also, like, there's a lot of mentions of training, but like, what are you doing? Like, push-ups, pull-ups, like, what's the sparring like? Like, I just wish there was like more detail. But if I just take this on a surface level and not try to like dig too deeply into it, it is a lot of fun and obviously very easy and quick to read. So this series is good for that if you just kind of take it at face value. A big twist just happened that has to do with how her powers are amplified, and I was not expecting that, so I was pleasantly surprised that Leigh Bardugo managed to throw me for a loop. So I will probably finish this one today or tomorrow, and then I'll select a new fiction book and a new poetry book since I finished that one, and just keep kind of plugging away at this one. But I am going to go and do some writing today, and then also clean up my office before that because it is a horrible wreck and it's giving me great anxiety. So I'm going to do that, and I'll talk to you all later. Hello, welcome to a reading update and probably the last little bit of this vlog. First of all, can we appreciate the foam on this little cappuccino thingy? Ever since I switched from using this one milk to, like, it was like the Kirkland Costco milk to the silk, it's just crazy the difference that it makes on the foam. But I am starting a new book, which we won't really get into in this vlog, but I will just tell you I'm going to start the Wind and Pinball. I think it's Wind, unless it's Wind. I think it's Wind. But it's two novels by Haruki Murakami. This is one of his earlier works. Is it his earliest? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But 1978 is when he wrote it. Stories of loneliness, obsession, and eroticism. So, that should be a good time. Also, a little reminder to take your vitamins, because I literally forget these like 80% of my time. And I'm still working on, just grab these. Look at these bookmarks. My sister gave me these a few years ago, and a knock on wood, I don't think I have lost any of them yet. I love them so much. They're just perfect, and they make your books look even prettier. Translating myself and others, the nonfiction, and taking this one like super slow, and because I was speeding through this one and the poetry book, which is fine because a nonfiction and it's essays, so it's more like read it, think about it, digest it before moving on to the next one. And this is kind of the opposite, where no thoughts are needed at all. If you can't tell, I did not love this one. I didn't love Siege and Storm, the second one that I read right before this one. I was looking at my Storygraph because I read the first one in 2024, and I rated it 4.5 stars. And I haven't really been rating my books recently, but I'm not maybe it was just like the newness of the story. I don't know, or maybe I'm just not in the right frame of mind for like a YA fantasy right now, but this did not hit like at all. Like there was maybe like a chapter or two where I was like, oh, this is kind of good. And again, like the pacing was easy, quick, and like just a really nice quick read, I guess. But at the same time, once we got to page like 300, I was like, all right, I'm done with this because I can see what's gonna happen. My dog's snoring. I can see what's gonna happen. Like everything's predictable, and yeah, not my favorite. I'm sorry. I mean, not sorry, because I do like Leigh Bardugo's adult stuff. Ninth House, I would maybe have to reread that one again, but Ninth House, and I think the other one is Hellbent. I did really like those, especially Ninth House. Not sure if I'll ever read Six of Crows or Crooked Kingdom, but I do kind of want to read, like I said before, the Darkling story. So yeah, I think that is it. I am just about to get ready for this trip, so my next vlog might be like maybe a little book shopping, because I haven't bought any books for a while, so I might do some book hauls. I really want to buy some books that I've previously borrowed from the library and know that I love, and I've just been putting off buying them, like waiting until they're either on sale or I can find them used. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a very like intentional reading year and book buying year, so only things that like I really super duper love. Probably not, it's not going to be a lot of YA fantasy, though I was just watching a YouTube video this morning. Olivia Reads a Latte, and she said that she just got this book, not this book, but the new Isabel Abinez book. It's an adult fantasy. I want to say like Heart something Grace. I don't know, I'll put it here. I had no idea. How did I not know this? Because I absolutely love Isabel Abinez, and I love her YA fantasy, The Secrets of the Nile duology. I cannot wait to read that one. Though I don't want to have like super high expectations, because lately I've been having high expectations for books and then being let down. So I like to trying to go into things more with like lower expectations, so I'm not disappointed. I'm also always, this is just sitting here, thought I mentioned it, always kind of reading this little guy. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks for joining me for this kind of peaceful, calm reading, writing vlog, and we'll see you soon.